Welcome back to Google Drive. Today's topic is organization. This is the fifth in a series meant to teach you more about Google. Feel free to pause the video at any time. Take your time though, there's no rush. Now let's jump back into Google Drive, organization. Probably two of my biggest loves are Google and organization. Hands down, love them. So when we combine the two of them, I truly am like in heaven. So organization, especially in a digital world, can be just as messy as a binder. It can be just as messy as a filing cabinet. It can be just as messy as a closet if you don't take a little bit of time as you go along. Now, Google also already provides folders and then some preset, but not absolute organizational suggestions for you. We've talked about how to create folders, which I highly recommend. We'll talk about that in a second, but I want to focus up here at the top where it says name, owner, last modified, and file size. These are actually ways that you can reorganize your drive depending on what you are looking for. Here with the up arrow, it's showing that it's going to alphabetize things A to Z. You can always reverse that and go Z to A, but you need to keep in mind folders will always be at the top with your documents and other files below it. So I have mine organized where you can see it's A down through Z. But if I click on name, it will reverse that order and then it goes from Z to A. So maybe you have a tremendous amount of folders or a tremendous amount of documents and you know your document starts at the end of the alphabet. This would be an easy switch for you. I prefer mine A to Z. Over here, the second column, it shows you who the owner is. And you can go through, currently all of these items are owned by me, but it would show differently. It would show me the name of the person that actually owns it if I was not the original owner. And then over here, it shows you last modified, meaning the last time that someone has opened it, and it also shows you who opened it. So you can see I haven't touched this file since December 17th. This one was at 5:44, back January 6th. And you can see, the dates go on. And then over here, this is where on file size, this is where it counts against you, or you can see if it's counting against you to your 17 gigabytes used in your Google. So you can see over here, since these are Google, it's a Google Sheet, it's a Google Doc, it doesn't count any type of memory. But you can see down here I have a PDF, and that's going to take 1 megabyte of my storage, which is tiny, so I don't worry about it. If you get into some of your other folders, say like videos, you're going to see that they do require a little bit more. You can see there were different names now showing on them to give you a better idea of what all of that means. But that is a quick way that you can organize immediately in Google Drive. However, create folders, they're all gray. Kind of boring. I like color. Talk to anybody that I work with or that I deal with on a regular basis. They'll agree. I like color, but I also see in color. So what that means is I associate color with various pieces of my life. Red is my favorite, so I tend to use that frequently. So let's say I want to change my folder color for home to be a different color. I'm going to click on it just one time. You can see the blue bar going across, and then you can also see up here in the top right that there are new things that showed up since I've selected a folder. I'm looking for the 3 dots. I finally referred to this as the skinny snowman, because if you look at it, it looks like a very skinny snowman, but gives me more actions. Now I'm going to select more actions, and I see my artist palette for changing color. Favorite color is red. I associate a lot of my home items with red, so I'm going to pick red, and there you have it. My folder is now a red folder. For school colors are maroon and gold, and if you come back up here to your skinny snowman, you're going to see there isn't really maroon or gold. I could do a yellow, but I think of it more along the lines of this yellow-orange color. So I'm going to select that. Screencastify is the video making tool that I use. I can change that again to whatever color that I want. I leave it the gray. Professional, you could go through and you can make this a rainbow of colors. I do suggest that you give this a little bit of thought. Pick colors that make sense. If you're a student and you have a textbook, I would associate the folder with the color of the textbook. You can always change it. None of these are permanent adjustments. You can always come back and fix them later or change them later. But if you already have a textbook of a certain color, or you use a paper folder of a certain color, go ahead and make your electronic folder the same color. It might sound a little crazy, but once you start using this on a regular basis, you'll start to see and understand what I'm talking about when I say that I see things in color. Now, let's say you have items on your computer that you want to pull in to your Google Drive so that it's no longer living on your desktop and you want to be able to access it in your Google account. You can do that a couple different ways. If it's on your desktop, you can just literally click on it, drag it, and drop it into your drive. Or you can use the new button up here and you can say File Upload, or if you want to upload an entire folder, you could do that. But if you click on File Upload, it will take you to your desktop, and then you could click on that document or that folder and say Open, and it will automatically go ahead and upload this to your Google Drive. Now, this isn't a Word document of any kind or a Google, or it's not going to have a Google counterpart. It's just going to be something that I can open up and look at. So it's probably not my best example. But once you do, and you can come back and you can do this multiple different times. So I could come in here and you can see this is a Word document. So I can click on that and I can open it up, and it will show you in a new screen over on the right-hand side that it's uploaded 2 items for me. And in this new box, it shows that it was a Word document, but over here, it's converted it to, with the icon, into a Google Doc. So that's another great thing. And then if I want to move this into my school, I'm going to click on it and hold on to it and hover over my school, and then I will let go, and it drops it into my school folder, which is right where I wanted it. You can do that numerous times. Or another thing that we talked about was your tree. If you look over here and you click on that down triangle, let's say I want my PDF here to go into my professional folder. If I click on it, I can hover over it here, or I can come over into my tree. And it will even give me the ability to go into each of these folders if I wanted to. I just want it to live in my professional. And there you have it. A few quick tips on organizing and changing folders in your Google Drive. Remember, there's always more to learn.